Hi guys, we are back for another video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I love reading all of your comments and questions and trying to reply and answer to all of them. So keep them coming. So if you're new here, thank you for watching. If you're return, how you doing out there? So in this video, as most of you probably know if you've been following me for a while, I am a apostille courier here in the state of Florida because I live in Tallahassee, Florida. So one of the documents that can be apostille is a college or university diploma. Most of them are cardstock, which is very hard, very not hard, but very tough cardstock paper or construction paper times two. So before, we used to be able to just send in the diploma itself, the cardstock diploma itself, and need to have it apostille. There was no need for any type of notarization unless you did a copy certification. And that is where you take the cardstock diploma and you make a copy of it, and then you complete a copy certification affidavit and stamp and sign that, and then you have that apostille. So recently I had a client who sent a cardstock diploma to be apostille, and when I went to go pick it up, it had been rejected. She informed me when I asked to speak to someone from the apostille section. They informed me that this is a new change and that anyone who needs to have a diploma, whether or not it be a high school or college diploma apostille, that now a custodian affidavit has to be completed and signed by the owner of the diploma, and then their signature must be notarized. She then gave me a copy of the document that they created in their office at the Department of State in order to get completed for my client and then bring it back to the apostille. So I was like, I don't know how many other people know that this is a new change. So hey, why don't I do a video about it and then complete the custodian affidavit and a copy certification to let you know how it's supposed to look in order correct how it's supposed to look the correct way in order to be completed or apostille the first time without it being rejected. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do two different ones. I'm going to fill out the custodian affidavit that they provided me at the Department of State. I have scanned it and uploaded it into a PDF file into my computer. And then I'm going to fill out a Florida copy certification, and then stamp it, and that will show you the two different ways on how you can do them. I also made up a fake diploma so you guys could see the whole process from start to finish. So let's get into this video of showing you the different ways on how to do a college or high school diploma in order to have it apostille in this latest update. Here we go.
All right, we are back. And as you see, here is my fake diploma that I have created. It just states that I have completed the course of study required to graduate from said high school. It has the date, it has the signature from the principal, the superintendent, and the seal here listed in the middle. So let's just say I contact a notary and I say, I need to get a copy of my card stock or a copy of my diploma apostille. The notary may ask me, do I want to get the original or would I like to have a copy certification? And I tell her, I want to get the original apostille. So she says, okay. So, of course, we know as of now, we can't just send the card stock diploma in. We have to complete a custodian affidavit. So, next, here is the custodian affidavit I was provided at the Department of State. They have included everything that they would like to have on the document here. So now we are going to create the document from scratch. So we're going to put today's date. So it is August 24th. And you can put a comma if you would like because there's not one on the page. So then we're going to move. So down here it says I. So this is the person whose diploma it is, or the person who is the custodian of the affidavit. So if it was me, we're just gonna say that today, since my name is on the affidavit, we're gonna put my name. So my name, Natalie R. Gaiman. Let's get a space. And you know, and it says, I, Natalie R. Gaiman, the document's custodian, attest that this is. So here we're going to put um we're gonna put what the document is. So we're gonna put that this is my Bellows high school diploma. and that's what we're gonna put because that's what it is. If you just wanted to put Bellows High School diploma, you can. If you just wanted to put high school diploma, you could also do that. Now it is time for my signature. So now I am going to sign the document here. And we're gonna put the signature, and there I have signed the document in the presence of the notary. Now the notary has to complete their part. So we're gonna say that we are in Florida, and let's just say we are in Leon County, which is where I live. So, and of course, you can adjust it if you would like. You can move it up, you can move it down if you want to. But we're gonna leave it there. Now we're gonna say that since since we are in um, physical presence of each other, over here to the right, you see an X. So we're gonna take that and we're going to put it here where it says physical presence. And then you can take the little box and make the X smaller or make it larger if we need to. Now, if it was online, then we will put online here. So we're going to go back to the text box. So we're going to go back over here and we're just going to choose, click on the A again. It's just going to give us our text. We're going to go back and it is the 24th. So we're going to put that in the box. And of course, we can move it down if we need to. It is August. And since we are in presence, looking at the document, this notarial statement, since it says the foregoing instrument was acknowledged before me by means of physical presence, this is an acknowledgement. So we're going to say, okay, Ms. Gaiman, based off of the notarial wording, the notarial statement is an acknowledgement. So I have verified your identity and you will have willingly signed the document for the purposes listed. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Okay. So now I can go ahead and complete the rest of my stuff. So now here, this says by. This is just basically meaning who was in physical presence of the notary, which was me, Natalie Gaiman. So I'm just going to put Natalie R. Gaiman. And sometimes, of course, it will be there if you've already placed it there. Now, am I personally known? If I'm personally known, then of course you're gonna go ahead and put an X here. But for uh purposes, we're just gonna say I provided identification. So we're gonna put an X there at produce identification. Then we're gonna go back over here and we're gonna state that I provided. We're gonna move this over a little bit. We're gonna say I provided a Florida driver's license. Now, all right, so now I have to sign it, and so I'm going to sign it. I'm going to add another signature because I'm going to sign now as the notary myself. I need to add my R because, as you know, the way that your name is on your Permission is the way that you need to sign, otherwise, it's considered invalid. So now I am going to sign the document as the notary. I am also going to print my name because state of Florida requires that you also print your name. So it's Natalie R. Gaiman as well, is what I did. Now I am going to add my signature, add my seal, and then we're going to make it small. Nope, we're not trying to move that. And then we're going to move the seal here. Now we have a completed document. At the top, we have the date, we have the name of the custodian, we have the name of the um, document, the signer, and then we have your completed document here, the venue, and everything that's needed, including everything. Now, if this document was being done online, then we're just going to move this to online here. Everything is going to stay the same. The only thing is that we need to add our disclaimer that this document was completed online. So we're just going to say that this notarial act was completed via online notarization. And now it is compliant for the state of Florida completely and utterly. So if it was done in physical presence, then of course you would just take this document along with the cardstock diploma and send it in. If it was done online, then the signer would go ahead and receive the completed document, print it out, and then go ahead and send it in to be apostille, whether or not that was by courier, by mail, or come into the Department of State themselves. So that is how to complete a custodian affidavit for the diploma. Now we're going to move over to the copy certification. So this is the copy certification for the state of Florida here. So we're going to fill it out the same way. So the signer came in, he wants to keep the original, or they want to keep the original, and they want you to do a copy certification. So what's going to happen at this time, you're going to take the diploma, you're going to make a copy of it. You can either make a black and white copy or you can make a color copy. It does not matter. And then you're going to complete the then you're going to complete the copy certification. So once again, we're going to put that we are in Leon County here. We're going to come over and we're going to put our date. It is the 24th. We're going to go and put our month. It is August. Then we're going to put our year, 2024. And of course, if you're online, you can make the adjustments to put it in the middle, bring it down. Now, when it says, I attest the proceeding or attached is a true, exact, and complete, unaltered, you're always going to choose, at least in the state of Florida, you're always going to choose you're always going to choose the first one, which is the copy of a tangible or an electronic record that was presented to me by the document's custodian, because that is have who's going to be presented it to you, which is the custodian, him or herself. So at that point, that's what we're going to use. So we're going to go ahead and do our check mark. Again, since everything keeps moving on me, we're going to do text, and let me see if it'll let me do an X. Okay, so it is not letting me do an X. So let's go back and do a little digging to figure out how to get this X. All right, there we go. And now we have our X to say what it is. And then we're going to go back. And now we're going to go down. It is asking for the signature of the notary, which is me. Then it is now asking for me to print my name. So, of course, like I stated, the name that's on your notary stamp and on your commission is how you would need to sign and print your name each time. We're going to go ahead over here and put my seal here. Oop, I think I missed it this time. Yep. And once again, we're going to make it smaller. And then we're going to move it here to where it's supposed to go. I'm going to move that out of the way. Now, the copy certification is complete. But what I tell my clients all the time is that the optional part, I always complete the optional part. And the reason I complete the optional part is that it has less liability on me as the notary because you could put anything in here if I don't put NA or put any information. Now, if you do not want to put any information in here, you can just go and put a N/A and then, make it as large, as you want to cover everything so nothing's there. But me, I like to fill out the information. So we're going to say that this is being kept at 123 Main Street. Um, Here, Florida. And we're gonna use 12345 as 12351 as your zip code because we're just using something. It says the capacity or the title claimed by the owner. It's my diploma, so I own it, so I'm going to be the owner. The original date, if we go back to the diploma, we see here that the original date is July 18th of 2019. So that is the date that you're going to put on the copy certification because that's the original date. So you can either put it 18 July 2019 or you can put it as July 18th, 2019. It doesn't matter. Now, number of pages. Number of pages is the how many pages are in the document minus the copy certification. So basically, it is just one. So we're going to put one here. This says the signer or issuing agency. So the signer is the person who owns it. So you can put my name here or you could put whatever who owns the document. You could put their name, or it says the issuing agency. And if we go back to the diploma, it says that the issuing agency is Bellows High School. So you can also put Bellows High School in this area as well. Okay. And then it says any additional pertinent information on here. If there's none, you can either put none or you can also put NA. Excuse me. You can also put NA. And that now your complete copy certification is completed for the state of Florida. So then you would print this out. You would print this out or if you're in physical presence with the notary, then of course they will take this along with the printed out copy of your diploma and send them in to the Department of State in order to be completed. So those are the two different ways you can complete a copy certification. Excuse me, that's the way a copy certification is completed based on my state's law. And this is the custodian affidavit completed based off of my state's law. So that's the update to how to have a high school or college diploma apostille in the state of Florida. I hope you guys have enjoyed this short video that I have prepared for you guys. And until next time, happy stamping and signing.